It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield-Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, Sarah Foreheads flying solo tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Ethan will be back tomorrow, and I'm just super thankful for your listenership, your viewership. We will get to the news for this Wednesday morning. It is now illegal for motorcycles to lane split on streets in Springfield. Lane splitting is when the motorcycles or the bikes or scooters drive in between the cars, typically at a red light. The council agreed with Springfield police that is a dangerous practice, and it is now illegal in the city of Springfield, so be advised. Starting today, the city of Springfield's vehicle registration ordinance goes into effect. If you have missing or expired tags, beware. You could be towed. The decision is up to the officer's discretion. Now, if your car does get towed, you can report to the Springfield Police Department. Just show up in person and they will get you a vehicle release form. The city council is considering a new proposal that would require businesses to show proof that they paid all personal property taxes from the previous year before getting a new business license. The council sent the new proposal about those business licenses to be studied more by a city committee. Springfield City Council also approved changes to the city's land development code. There are lots of changes to subdivision regulations and zoning code. The last time there were any major changes to that code, by the way, was in 1995. Well, the fight is not over regarding what's to come with the new neighborhood in Galloway Village. Beautiful area down there. The city of Springfield is addressing a petition that seeks to undo city council's recent approval of allowing a new subdivision to go in. Petitioners say that this is a charter city and they believe not so fast on it being up to the city council alone. So last month, the council members voted 8-1 in favor of allowing a plat for the new subdivision there. It would be at 3040 South Arcadia Avenue, but petitioners want it to go up to a vote of the people. So we'll see about that. Looks like it's probably going to be decided again in court. Well, absentee voting is underway right now. Can you believe that? Leading up to the April 8th election. If you'd like to take part in Greene County, you do not need a qualifying reason anymore. You can just go show up early at the election center on North Boonville. It's underway from now through the day before Election Day, so April 7th. You will need a driver's license or another form of valid ID. A new bill would require all Missouri school districts to have a written policy for cell phone usage by students. At a minimum, schools must ban cell phone use during instructional time, and then it can go beyond that if they want to. Now, outside of that, though, it would be up to schools to write their own guidelines. So that instructional time would be mandatory for all school districts. Beyond that regulation, it would be up to each individual school to write their own policy. By the way, this is all part of a much larger school safety plan. It has been approved in the House so far. It does have to pass one more time in the House, and then it would move on to the Senate. And it also includes a school intruder response training. Also, schools would have to develop emergency response plans. Plus, they'd have to put in bulletproof glass, and anti-intruder locks would have to be in any new construction by 2029. So a few things in that bill. Again, it's got a little bit more to go, but looks like it's headed in that direction. All right, sports betting is coming soon. And with that, they're just working to get it set up. The St. Louis Cardinals signed a new sponsorship deal to have an official mobile sports betting partner company. It is called Bet365. I'd never heard of it. I mean, I don't sports bet, but I've never heard of it. And if you haven't heard of it, it is a British sports betting firm that is apparently very popular. The deal includes advertising rights on the St. Louis Cardinals website, as well as signage at Busch Stadium and then radio coverage of the company. This is kind of fun. A new Christmas store is coming to Commercial Street. It started out as an online company and has been successful. So now they are putting up a brick and mortar store. It is called North Star Christmas Company, and it has all things Christmas, and it's open right now year round. Another popular business is opening again soon. I mean, it was never like closed or not brick and mortar, but Pineapple Whip. It is a food truck, if you will. It opens again for the season tomorrow, Thursday, on South Glenstone and on South Campbell. And then the other two locations open just a few days after that. But if you need it tomorrow, South Glenstone and South Campbell are your options. Don't forget, though, the College Station Movie Theater in downtown Springfield, they also sell Pineapple Whip now, and it is always open if you need your fix. All right, finally, lots of homeschool families out there. Make sure that you mark your calendars for April 10th. It is the History Museum on the Square Homeschool Day. Homeschool days are great if you've not been to one with your family and you do homeschool. There's lots of different activities in the community. So the History Museum is taking part. Hours on April 10th will be from 10 to 5. But they have a special program from 10:30 to 11:30. Jump online and get registered for that. It's historymuseumonthesquare.org. historymuseumonthesquare.org. That's the website. All right. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope to see you back here tomorrow morning alongside Ethan. I hope you have a fantastic Wednesday. And thank you so much for tuning in and for listening. Share with your friends. See you tomorrow.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by John's Heating and Air, Command Family Medicine, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Wednesday. We are waking up on this March 26th to temperatures that are in the 40s. It's a nice cool morning, and it's going to be a beautiful afternoon once again. I've got high temperatures warming to the low 70s today, and the wind, well, it won't be as much of a problem today. So if you're looking for some outdoor time, today would be a great choice. Looks like a picture-perfect day in the Ozarks with a mostly sunny sky. Overall, this work week continues to be very warm. I mean, pretty much every day I have high temperatures in the 70s and even near 80 degrees. It is going to be a warm one for us. It's unsettled to the south today. It's also unsettled out on the West Coast and the East Coast, but here in the Ozarks, things are looking good for us across the region today. Fire danger down a bit compared to yesterday with the winds lightening up a little bit. Also relative humidity coming up just a hair. We've got above normal temperatures in our forecast today and much of the week. I have numbers that are nearly 15 degrees above average. So warm as we head into late March and begin the month of April. It does appear that our above average pattern is going to continue for at least the next week or two. We've got shower and thunderstorm chances. That comes with the warm weather this time of the year. It can oftentimes fuel some stronger thunderstorms, and that may be possible for us as we head into later parts of the week too. Now, there's a small chance for some showers on Thursday. I really don't think that's going to be a big rainfall for a lot of us. Most of the work week forecast, it's going to remain dry. We are dry today across the region, and I'm expecting mainly dry conditions through much of the work week too. We start to see some unsettled weather as we get closer to the weekend, and there's at least some chance that severe weather will be possible in the Ozarks. It'll definitely be possible somewhere in the Central Plains. Exactly where is still a little bit up in the air because it's a very broad area that has been outlined for the potential of severe weather over the weekend. If it occurs in the Ozarks, I think this happens on Sunday. At this point, the atmosphere will be conducive to thunderstorm potential and potentially some severe thunderstorms. There are still some uncertainties here that I have to share with you. That would include the exact details on the timing, the location, the hazard types. So my point in telling you about this on a Wednesday is just to make sure you're paying attention to that forecast on Sunday, especially if you have anything going on outdoors. It's going to be something that we watch very carefully as a cold front is expected to track through the region on Sunday. And with it, there could be some strong to severe weather. Until that gets here, the forecast looks pretty nice. There will be some scattered showers in the forecast both Thursday and Friday, but it's not a slam dunk rain chance either of those days. It's also not going to limit the high temperature. Each day, highs will be climbing into the upper 70s. I've also got low temperatures that remain very mild. Tonight we'll fall back into the low 50s, and then we've got 50s and maybe even near 60 degrees for low temperatures as we head into the end of the work week forecast. So things are definitely looking mild for us, and those warm overnight lows are contributing to the very toasty afternoon highs all week long. Around the country, what's making headlines today, it's significantly above average temperatures for much of the western and central United States. I'm also watching an increased threat for some heavy rain that's going to be moving into southern Texas by Thursday morning, thanks to a storm off the Pacific. We will not get in on that one, but we have our scattered showers and thunderstorms beginning as early as tomorrow afternoon and evening. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. And the question that I had for you yesterday, a grouping question here. Humans, bats, whales, and what other mammal are known to adjust their vocal sound to fit in to a new social group? Do you think it's A, the lion, B, a goat, C, sheep, or D, a dog? Who adjusts their vocal sound to fit in to a new social group? Not one that I would have originally guessed, but it is B, the goat. Only these groups are known to do this. Humans, of course, are known for our complex language skills and ability to learn and adapt to different types of speech based on context, different dialogues and accents, things like that. If you go to Britain for too long, you might start developing an accent. You don't necessarily even intend to, but that just does happen to humans over time. Bats also, in particular, echolocate, and they can adjust their frequency, duration, and the different amplitudes of their vocalizations. Whales are known for their complex songs, and these songs change and evolve as they travel around different populations. They show vocal learning in that way. And a more recent study, according to the BBC, includes goats in this group. Recent research indicates that goat kids, specifically the kids, can modify their calls based on their social surroundings, effectively developing accents similar to what humans do. However, it is also shown that it's only the young goats that show some of this vocal plasticity. So, congrats if B, goat, was your guess. That is the correct answer to today's Brain Twister trivia question. Here's the question that I'll leave with you for tomorrow. Honeybees can flap their wings up to how many times per second in 1 second? Do you think it is A, 20 flaps, B, 80, C, 120, or D, 200 times per second? You can let me know your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks so much for listening this morning to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. Thanks to our sponsors, John's Heating and Air, Command Family Medicine, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Have a fantastic day. Enjoy the beautiful weather. I'll be back to chat with you early tomorrow.